When I bought my first property, I used a 203K loan, and this is an FHA backed loan. So that means you only have to put down 3.5%, and the income limits tend to be lower. So it's easier to qualify for these. There's two types of 203K loan. There's a streamline, and that has a renovation limit of $35,000, or there's the larger one, which does not have a renovation limit. It is just up to the state. So I'll put a link below and you can see where your state qualifies. So when you get a streamline, a lot of times what happens is you send your bank a budget of what you think the renovation costs are going to be. And they give you the money, half of the money up front when you close on your loan to purchase the house, and then they'll give you the remainder once you finish. So it's a 50-50 split. A lot of times too, they might have an inspector come out to make sure that that work is done before they give you that final draw amount. Now for the larger loan, they're gonna have you work with an intermediary, which is between you, the bank, and your contractor. So that way, this intermediary will help fill out all of the paperwork for you, and they'll also check on making sure if the work is done before they disperse a draw or a payment to the general contractor. I've done both throughout different properties, but the large one was especially helpful because then I wasn't confined to a budget, and it was nice having the intermediary there to do the paperwork, make sure work is done, make sure the contractor doesn't run off with the money. It makes everything just run a lot more smoothly. And then with that, at least you can get all of your house done without having to come out of pocket. The bank will already have all the programs in place for you. You'll work directly with the general contractor and the intermediary to make your selections, look at floor plans, any finishes, any materials. It's all laid out, and you'll have a contract still with the general contractor to know what exactly is going to be done to your house. So you'll sign as well anytime that the contractor is paid. So at least it has a lot of checks and balances, but that has been the best way to start on a project. My first house, it was a 3-family, and I converted it into a 2-family. So there was a whole lot of work that needed to be done, as well as the fact that it was a 100-year-old house. It was in Covington, Kentucky. So my budget was $95,000. With these also, they build in a contingencies. It'll be the bank that'll have a contingency. Depending on the project, it'll be 10 to 15%, just in case you're over budget, because that can sometimes happen. And if you don't end up using that contingency, you can decide, oh, I think I'm gonna use that extra money for maybe a washer and dryer or a little more work done to the house or to the project, or you can choose to put that balance back towards the loan to pay it off even sooner. This was a perfect option for a brand new real estate investor like myself, and a lot of people have a lot of success using this program.